Welcome! We are Two Finger Spirits. We got the camera shy camera guy.
Back here.
Live studio audience.
Woo!
And today we're doing Booker's Bardstown Batch. Look at that box, huh? You like that packaging?
I do. I absolutely love the packaging.
Comes with the Distiller notes. I'll copy and paste them into the description so I don't have to take up time in the video going over them because it's kind of a lot. So this is Bardstown Batch. This is the third release of 2021. There's a fourth one coming out. I think it's called No Stranger, and they spell it N-O-E for Booker'Noe. We've sampled this a little bit already. We've been waiting to get around to this because we've had quite a few bottles to review lately. It's a hard life we live.
Very hard life.
But
so tell me, who is the distiller of this?
Freddie. Freddie. His father was Booker'Noe, so this is a tribute to him.
And his father was?
I think Booker'Noe's grandfather was Jim Beam.
Amazing.
I think so.
So it was all under the Beam Suntory.
Beam Suntory. So this is called the Bardstown Batch, because that's where Booker grew up and spent a lot of his time.
What we got for the proof on this thing?
125.5.
Which is pretty typical to get a Booker's around 125,
over 120
range.
right? Yeah. You want to hear about the Mashbill?
Yeah, I really want to hear about the
Mashbill is 77% corn,
all right,
13% rye,
all right,
and 10% malted barley. It's always that barley that's malted. They don't malt corn, huh?
Isn't that weird?
I
wonder why.
The MSRP is 90. I got this for maybe a little over MSRP. I've been lucky to find all three for this year, and I'm hoping to get the next one, the No Stranger. It's aged 6 years, 5 months, 0 days. Sounds like there's a lot of days in there, but it says 0 days.
Oh, Brandon.
Want to talk about the color?
Let's talk about the color. All right, so I'm looking at like a dark, almost like a peanut oil type color. I'm trying to spin it to get some legs, but couldn't really get a good shot of them. But yeah, I would say like a dark peanut oil. Would you agree?
Let's taste it.
Let's taste it.
What do you think of that nose? It's funny because I called the color myself. I called it honey and peanut oil. And the first thing I get on the nose is
Peanuts.
Peanuts and then a little bit of honey.
Which is typical of the...
It's typical, right? Of the Bookers.
Mm-hmm.
I also get bacon spices, brown sugar, clove, and nutmeg.
You get a little caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
Mm.
It's really nice, and for that proof, it's low. You don't really get smacked in the face with that ethanol.
I get it. Yeah, it doesn't smell like a high proof whiskey, but yet we know that it is.
Dry oak.
Mm.
I want to taste it.
Yes. Mm.
Dries out the tongue a little bit.
Dried down completely.
Really? Not as much as the Jack Daniel's single barrel did for me.
Well,
but a little bit. I get leather, oak. You get the barrel char and some caramel on the palate.
So I'm getting a lot of peanut on this one. Typically I get a little hint of it. I feel like this one might be a little bit more peanut heavy. What do you think?
Peanut's typical of the Bookers. I wouldn't say that this is more. It could be a little less in my eyes, not to be contrary.
You would say it's about status quo?
It's typical, right? Mm. For me, it's typical. But every palate's different, so you might be picking up more peanut on this one than the past.
Definitely, because I feel like when I had this one, it was the first time I actually really tasted the peanuts. So that's probably why for me.
You mean you haven't tasted peanuts on the previous Booker's batches?
No, I would get a hint of it. I would smell, but I didn't really get that peanut flavor. This one I feel like actually has a peanut flavor.
Okay, yeah. I can understand that.
Thank you.
What are you getting on the finish?
Let me try it. Let me take another sip.
Get a slight burn right on the swallow. Goes away quick, and it's a pleasant burn. I like that. Kentucky hug. I get tobacco, leather, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla.
A little cinnamon.
You know what I get that I like a lot?
I get like a clove.
I get clove.
You get clove?
But you know what else I get that I'm liking?
What?
Root beer float.
A little birch?
Ice cream in a dish, root beer poured over it. Vanilla ice cream with root beer poured over it.
A little sarsaparilla?
I've never actually had sarsaparilla. Is that in the birch family?
It's very enjoyable.
This is very good.
All right, so let's think about this. You're going to the store. Would you buy this again?
This batch?
This batch, Booker's. What would you say?
I will buy the next batch that comes out. If I see this at a reasonable price and I can afford it, I'll get it. Because I think, and I haven't recently tasted the other ones from this year, but if my memory serves me well, I think this is my favorite of this year for Booker's.
All right. Well, but you and I are going to have to put them in, juxtaposition.
I think I only have a little bit left of the number 2, but enough to do the video.
That'll be fun.
And I got the number 1 left. So if the No Stranger comes out, we'll do a follow-up video.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you had this? Let us know in the comments. We try to write back to everyone.
I got a little quote from Benjamin Franklin if you'd like to hear it.
I guess.
I love Ben.
Well, I had a little bit too.
The best.
When the flies are kiting, the storm's all right with me. Go for it.
And he says, don't put off drinking that special bottle of whiskey until tomorrow that you could drink today.
All right, I'm going to take that one to heart, and we'll open up something fun next time, all right? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thanks for coming. We appreciate your support.